Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 12 of my full platinum walkthrough for Bloodborne. This is it. This is the final part of the story path. After the end of this video, we will be ready for the 3 endings. But then we have another, probably about 7 or 8 videos, which is going to be the Chalice dungeons. Unfortunately, they take up a hell of a lot of time. But I will be going through them as efficiently as possible so you don't have to mess around down there too much. This time we're going to go and do Nightmare of Mensis. We need to go through the lecture hall again to get there. I'm just going to switch my runes around and my gems, blood gems, see if there's anything better. The rune I actually put on them was Deep Sea, which is going to give me plus 200 frenzy resistance. There's quite a bit of frenzy in this area, so it is probably a good idea to put that on. If you do, you should have it. You will have it. We went and picked them all up. So, yeah, I'm just having a look through, see what's best here. Nothing particularly is going to be worth it. So we're going to go and get out of here and go to the lecture hall, and then eventually through to the Nightmare of Mensis. We're going to be doing 2 bosses in this this video. So you're going to need to go to Advent Plaza, the end of Yar Al Ghul, the village, the unseen village. This is where we fought the One Reborn. And then we're going to go and run through to here. I'm going to, like it says, the Nightmare of Mensis. We're going to actually touch this mummy here, and it's going to take us to the Nightmare. And that's where we're going to begin. So you should remember the lecture hall. We were downstairs last time. It's exactly the same area, but this time we're upstairs. They are separated entirely. You can't go downstairs or upstairs. You have to go round the houses, so to speak. So yeah, here we are in the top floor. We're just going to go across, have a look around. This is similar. We went in the same room as this downstairs. This time the guy is waiting above you instead of above the items. 6 sedatives. Go and grab these. Very, very helpful later on. So yeah, he's going to drop down. I'm using the Holy Blade again. It is a fire-based weapon. I'm just putting the sedatives on ready in quick select there. So we will be using them because they do cure frenzy before it hits you with the damage. So it's worth having on. We're not going to be hit by frenzy yet until we get to Nightmare of Mensis, but then it's all over the place. So yeah, have them ready. And yeah, just explore around here. So we're going to be getting some bloodstone chunks. If you go this way, you can avoid a lot of unnecessary damage. There are some of these guys, you remember some of them sort of have a projectile sort of vomit that they kind of spill. Well, I think it comes from a bottle, should I say. Yeah, if you go directly where I was then, just run straight forward. There's some of the melee ones, and then from the side, you're going to be hit with the sort of projectile stuff. So I'm coming around this way first. That was lucky. Yeah, the charge is... I don't particularly like it on this weapon. It's very... Unlike obviously the Charge R2 on the axe, it's you don't need to be accurate in the slightest, but this one can miss very easily. You may think you're going to hit them from a long distance, but you can miss. So yeah, that's where we were downstairs. You'll remember there was a lot of those guys in the room. So yeah, we are literally just above everything at this point. We will be going downstairs briefly, but you can't get through. We're going to go and see Patches, the spider. Lots of little notes here, so you want to have a look if you want to check them out, kind of figure out what's going on. So we've gone round now, so I'm going round to get the ones that are going to do the sort of spit, the projectile. I don't know what, I think it's from a bottle. I'm sure the hand, yeah, it's got a bottle in his hand, that's probably what it's from. There's a melee one. And there's 2 more. So these, as you would be running down the side on the opposite side, they would be throwing the projectiles at you. So that's where we come the opposite way. And then we get this bloodstone chunk, which is here. Got some sedatives from that one, which is nice. Next, you can see at the bottom there, we're going to get Communion plus 2. Completely useless, really. They do stack. I think they do stack. Most runes do stack. I'm not actually sure whether Communion does. I do know most runes do stack though. So yeah, it's the one where you get extra. I nearly said Esther's flask. Then no, blood vials. You get extra ones of those. So I'm at +4 already. The one I have on. Not much point taking any more space up with another Communion rune. So you don't need to stack them unless you really want to for boss fights. Maybe that would help you out. Just going to kill this. So that's the way you would normally sort of come with if you didn't use the sort of diversion around. If you want the communion room, we'll go and get that now, so you know where it is. There's a big giant behind me where I've just gone through those doors. There is a giant in waiting. That's why I've switched back to the Hunter's Axe. It's not like it, well, he is the same as the one from the ones from Cathedral Ward, but he doesn't have the same attacks. He's a lot quicker, kind of. Still slow compared to other enemies. But yeah, he uses his fists rather than a big weapon. So we go back out here, and he's guarding a little hatch, which is going to let us go down a ladder and sneak up on Patches. So yeah, you can see he's going to come running in. So it's same sort of thing. You can get behind these and sort of wait for the attack and try not to get hit. They're usually in sort of 2s or 3s. Yeah, probably not best idea to do 2 charge R2s and miss with the first one, because he's going to do that. Yeah, he's going to do 2 or 3 slams and then you can just kind of get him from behind. But patience is not a virtue I have, apparently. This one you should definitely have when playing these games, though. There we go. So, simple enough, really. Looks worse than he is. So we're going to go down this ladder here. We're going to go just see Patches. We're going to get the Beg for Life gesture and the Anti-Clockwise Metamorphosis rune. So that, quite interestingly, that there is, I believe, is Willem. Might be his desk there in the Nightmare here. So here's Patches. Speak to him and he's going to give you the Beg for Life gesture, and then continue to speak to him, and eventually, it doesn't matter which choice you make, by the way, you will get the Anti-Clockwise Metamorphosis rune. I'm skipping ahead here, you don't need to watch it all. Which is plus 15 stamina, 15% stamina. So it's actually quite good. I think I do change to it later on. Although I shouldn't get used to having so much stamina. Maybe it's not the best idea. It's definitely something you might want to use for bosses or something, specific setups. Plus 15% can help. I'm going to go here. There's nothing actually in here. Well, there is things. It's this is actually telling you about the alternate ending. So, well, the true ending, I suppose it would be 3/3 chords there. It's kind of hinting at what you need to do for the ending. We will be getting the last 2 chords at the end of this video as well. So we will have 4 out of the 3. We only do need 3 for that ending. So yeah, we will be making a backup save before doing the endings as well. So don't worry about all that. We're going to be doing them all in one playthrough. No need to do this 3 times. But yeah, in between then and now, we have the Chalice dungeons to do. Some of the hardest bosses in the game, and then again, if you're doing the DLC with me after the Platinum, that has even harder bosses. But yeah, it's all good fun. It's all good. So this is one of the main reasons I have this this weapon set up with fire. Is these werewolf type things here. There's only a handful of them, but if you hit them with fire or kill them with fire, they don't release. You remember those annoying little worms that kind of just jump up on you? They don't release those. They would normally release 2 or 3 of those as they die, which can be annoying, especially up at the top here. They don't release them if you kill them with fire. So that's essentially why I'm holding this weapon, plus the extra damage on certain other enemies as well. Yeah, so be careful here. This is where Frenzy is going to be a thing. So light this lamp. Very important. Make sure you go and grab that. I'm just going to check. So bloodstone chunks. I do have enough to go up again with the sword, but I'm going to leave it for now. You can see that lamp, that sort of glowing up there. That is the brain of Mensis. We need to kill that thing. It's not a fight or anything. You can kill it very easily. But it's whenever you're walking around outside here and it has a line of sight on you, it's going to be doing sort of frenzy damage, and you're going to get that frenzy build up. So that's one of the reasons we have that rune on Deep Sea, because of this part of the frenzy. But there are some of the Winter Lantern heads, there's things that sort of grab you and do the frenzy as well. So yeah, we need it. There's a few places. You can see then it did the worm attack then, but once I killed it, they were burned up on death, which is good. So if you're going through, if your frenzy is getting a bit high, you can hide behind these rocks and use this cover to kill the werewolf things as well. So you can see it's doing damage to me now in the moment there. You can see it start going down. So just run for cover and watch out for this guy. Yeah, we will be clearing it out later on. We do need to kill it. We specifically need to kill it for living string, which is a material that we need for the last Chalice Dungeon ritual. It's a very rare item. There's only one in the game. The only way to get it is from killing the Brain of Mensis, so we will be doing that. This part here, I'm going to die, which is annoying. Usually you run up here, and this third giant doesn't wake up, or it hasn't done for me quite a few times, and he'll just stay down there. But no, this time he decided he wants to join in, and I wasn't ready for it, and doesn't go so well. I shouldn't have done a charge then because I wasn't ready to move. Yeah, this is when it gets me. Yeah, that was terrible timing, but I'm not going to show it all again. I'm just going to skip ahead. There we go. He follows me again. He never follows me, and then when I'm recording, of course, he does. So yeah, I've just gone from that lamp, killed the werewolves again, run across the bridge, come back up here. So yeah, he's going to come back up. Usually you can get to this this fourth one, and yeah, just run. What you can do if you're not bothered about picking up a bloodstone chunk is just run past these guys and open the door up and carry on. That's where we need to go, through the door behind me. The only reason I'm doing this messing around, whatever you want to call this, is to show you where a bloodstone chunk is. The best way to do this, well, apparently, is run to the top and sort of work your way down, because there are stone throwers that will hurt you from afar. Like this top one can reach down to the bottom, so you don't want to get stuck with the other stone throwers down at the bottom. So if you work your way down, the one at the bottom can't throw up as high as the one at the top can throw down. That doesn't even make sense, but there you go. Yeah, so that's why I'm messing around here. I know it's yeah, at the beginning, the first one I said there'd be no messing around. It's honestly not. I am showing you. Behind this one, there is an item, and that's what we're getting. Bloodstone junk. There are plenty of chunks in this area. Lots and lots of them. So you'll be easily be getting one weapon up to +10 and one up to +9, and still have more left for starting a third. So yeah, plenty. So yeah, that's the reason. There is a fourth one as well. He's off to the right, but there's nothing behind him, so you can just leave that one. And now it's spider time. Big old spiders as well. Yeah, I thought there was an item here, but yeah, memory didn't serve at that point. There wasn't, don't worry. So pushing through here. One of my favourite things to do on this game, weirdly, is open the doors. I don't know why, it's just so dramatic. Anyway. Yeah, big old spider. Don't just run in. Do not do that, because they will all drop and then you'll have many spiders on you at once. Best thing to do is come down this right hand side and kind of pick a few off to start with. Obviously this one first. If you can reach, you should be able to get it with the overhead. Once you do a bit of damage to them, they do wake up. Get all my health back there, nice. Madman's Knowledge, plenty of that lying around, and Great One's Knowledge. Great One's... No, it's not called Knowledge. I've completely blanked on what it's called. We'll get it later on. The one that gives you double insight. Yep, bad timing on that as well. But yeah, you can see them all hanging around. So if you go across the bridge, 2 will drop. Then you can shoot this one or whatever. Don't swing. I wouldn't necessarily swing because you might fall off the edge. If you shoot it, it'll drop down and come and get you. So any that drop down in this main room will come and get you. The reason I'm taking the time to actually kill these is the big one can't follow you once you leave the room, but the little ones can. These little spiders together can tear you apart quickly. And once you leave this room, there is a hunter waiting for you. So the last thing you want is a hunter in front of you and 6 or 7 spiders behind you. But yes, you could literally run through here if you wanted. You could run all the way across the bridge past the hunter, I suppose. But we're doing this legit. So yeah, I'm trying to back away, get that charge in. There we go. On their own, they're fairly simple. You can dodge around them. They are quick with their attacks. You can see they're quick as well there. So they will sort of usually hit you, but you've got the rally effect, so you'll get your health back. The big one, you'll see it thrashing around down here. The big one's actually fairly easy. You can just drop on it. You got two options. You can keep doing that, just sort of drop on it from the top if you want, or you can just take it on. It just does that a lot, which is avoidable if you stay near its abdomen, the bottom part, the big part. You'll be fine. Get rid of it. It will hit when it does hit you. It does hurt, so do watch out. But yeah, Shaman bones then. They're kind of confusion. So you throw it at an enemy, and if there's other enemies around, they'll attack the enemy. So you can use them. Can be helpful in the Chalice dungeons, so we will use them there. Here's the Hunter. He is quite a lethal one. You're going to see how really good I am parrying or not. Yeah, it's awful. It really is bad. He has that, the Rosa Marinus, whatever, the not flame sprayer. It's kind of, I don't actually know what it's spraying. It's, yeah, it hurts. Don't get caught up in it. He also has that, the Augur of Abritus, which really hurts. And he has his sword, obviously. He is oppressive as well, but that's his downfall. You can back off a bit, charge an R2, and he'll run straight into it. And there you go. 3 sedatives, which is handy. Yeah, that parrying was terrible. That was the worst. Right, we're going to open up the first shortcut, which is kind of weird because we haven't actually been to the shortcut. We're almost... I suppose it is a shortcut to the first lantern, but there is also a lantern or a lamp in the shortcut as well. It's a bit of a weird one. I'll explain when we get down there, it'll make sense. Yellow backbone here is another ritual material for Chalice dungeons. I don't think we ever used backbone, but we have it. I don't remember looking for backbone. I'm pretty sure we don't need that. It is obviously used for some of the rituals, but not the ones we're doing. So not essential. Grab it anyway. And then here we go. This is the shortcut we're opening up. So it kind of is and isn't. So when we were at the bottom, there was a path off to the right as well. We went left across the bridge. That bridge we went across. And then there's the tower up there. You could have also come up the right to get this lamp, but there's a bunch of rock throwers down there, so you don't want to get caught out with them. They are guarding a rune, but it's not a particularly good one. I think we already have a better version or something, so it's just not worth it. Just leave it. Come back, cash in any blood echoes you have. You want to get a couple more levels. There we go, endurance, strength. So endurance, we're going to stop at 40. Endurance is good for resistances as well, so it's a pretty good one, but we will stop at 40 with that one. Repair any weapons, might as well while we're here. So yeah, we can go up with the Holy Blade, not that we're going to be using it. And away we go. And we're going to go straight back, so not down, up, there we go. It's the top one. No, not this one. Top one, there you go. Yeah, so the base, Mergo's Loft base is where you want to go now. That's the lamp. So that's the bottom of the lift. That's the lamp you're going to be using quite often. There's another lift directly above us that we'll bring down. So there are the troll things. They are guarding a rune. I forget which exactly one it was, but I have checked. We don't need it, so don't worry about going down. But if you want to, of course, go and do that. But yeah, we're going to continue on. So these little guys are kind of passive. They're a weird thing. They're kind of passive, but then all of a sudden they'll aggro. So the best thing to do is just kill them as you come across them. Because yeah, they're not attacking straight away, and obviously when you do hit them, they will start attacking you. But there is bigger ones downstairs, and you don't want these ones sort of getting in on the fight from behind when you're trying to take one of the big ones on. So yeah, just kill these. I know they're, like that one's literally walking off after I've hit it. I mean, it's a good source of blood echoes as well, even though it's kind of cruel. Beast Blood. Yeah, Beast Hood's not something I'm going to use. Beast Hood is actually probably not very effective with 57 insight, to be honest. That's another thing. I will be spending 60 insight at the other bath, the messenger bath in Hunter's Dream at the end of this, to get that second blood rock as well. So you can fully upgrade 2 weapons if you like, or save 1. You need to definitely do 1 for the platinum, but save 1 for the DLC, which will be after this, because there's some good weapons in the DLC. I'll probably choose the Hunter's Axe though. Yeah, big ones. They have fast poison on them, which is the red skeleton head there, and they hurt a lot. So kind of dance around them and try and bait an attack if you can. But this one, there we go, doesn't really want to. You should be able to get them quickly enough. Yeah, they can hurt, so watch out for their attacks. Nothing on them. Madman's Knowledge. There's one hiding to the right here, a little one, not down here. To the right, past this column, there is a little one. He'll try and push you off the edge. That's literally what he does. He pushes, yeah. So watch out for him. And then there's going to be 3 with crossbows here. So they're kind of hidden behind these panels. So you should be able to hit 1 through there. That wasn't very good. But you can see him there. He can back up. Yeah, like that. He's going to back away, which is annoying. But you can see 1, 2, and then 3 just behind that other cage. They have crossbows which really hurt, actually. So this you're going to have to kind of time. Go in, probably only do 1 hit to be honest, and then back away, not backwards to the side, so you don't get hit. Yeah, it is fast poison they're giving off again. That should get the attention of this one. And then if you fight him or her behind here, you should be okay. Out of the way of the crossbow guys. There we go. My axe is bigger than, faster than yours, luckily. Yeah, and then you're just gonna have to kind of just go for it, I suppose, and dodge out the way. No, he's gonna get me. Ah, dodge the same one. Stop dodging back. Dodge to the side. Anyway, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the first boss. The nightmare is almost over. Well, first part. Lead Elixir, that's the one that turns you into a rock, and when you get hit, he doesn't sort of knock you back. So if you just want to go in on somebody without worrying about being knocked back with damage, then that's what you'd take. Yeah, so almost there. Micolash, he's the first boss. He is very easy. I would say he's not very, he's easy. He does have 1 attack. It's very random. So there's 2 phases to his fight. He has 1 attack. Now we have dog-headed crows, which is weird, and there's also crow-headed dogs. So yeah, watch out for those. They're nasty. Yeah, he has 1 attack, Micolash, which is you can kind of suppress it, and but it is random whether he will do it or not. And if he chains it, I mean, wow. It's an attack that can one-shot you, and you can't really avoid it. So it's a bit of a pain. That was not very good. What I'm doing is trying to get it into that cage with the crow dog. It shouldn't attack you until you get in there anyway. Here's 2 more. So they will be dropping from the cages, so watch out for those. And there's some crow-headed dogs down there. Get those in a minute. Yeah, so Tempering Damp Blood Gem number 5 in here. Or level 5. Then we've got some chunks down here along with some kin cold blood, so it's worth going down. Yeah, but watch out for the crow-headed dogs. Dog-headed dogs are bad enough, but now you've got crow-headed dogs. There we go. So that's the boss fight directly ahead, but I'll just open up another shortcut. So this is going to take us all the way back down to that lamp that we just opened up. So you want to use this. Definitely open this one up. It means you don't have to do the run back that we just did. So yeah, that's where we are. So take it all the way back up. I am going to do a backup save. It's just habit at this point. I literally don't have to because the The lamp is there, so there's no need. But I just automatically do it at this point. So yeah, this is it's a bit of a maze, or it seems like a maze. It's actually not too bad, this fight. So you're going to run forward, and you can ignore the other enemies. Just ignore these skeletons that appear. And when you run in here, the boss fight is going to start. You're going to get the cutscene. I'm going to skip that, obviously. Yeah, and just ignore the little guys. So as it starts, run straight forward to the wall, then turn right, and then grab these if you want. There's lots of items around. You can see them all on the bottom there. And then Micolash is going to be directly ahead of you. Sometimes he'll run to the right. If he does, just follow him right. Most of the times he'll run up the stairs, stop when he gets to there. So force him that way, but don't follow him after that. After that, run back down the stairs and sort of head him off this way. So what the idea is, you're trying to get him into this room here. So sometimes you'll go straight to the right and you can just run straight into this room with him, or you'll have to go around the top and force him in. So when you're kind of running towards him is the direction he'll go. So that's what you're trying to do, is trap him in here so you can fight him. I usually have zero trouble with these skeletons, zero. But of course, because I'm recording, I do have. Yeah, so watch out. His main attack at this point is the Augur of Abritus. But it's very easy to manage because you can just force it. Get him to do it, move to the left or right, depending where you're clear. Hit him with an R2, not a charge, just a regular R2. And if you get a rhythm going, you can just go back and forth. So from one side to the other, when the Augur comes out, you go in, hit him, move across to the other. So there we go, get the rhythm going now. Come on, let's play. Oh, he's not having any of it. But yeah, it's very simple, this part. This part's very straightforward. There we go, got the rhythm going, and then he runs out of health. So at this point, he's not dead, but we need to go and chase him some more. So when we do that, leave this room, get rid of the skeleton if it's blocking your way, and then go straight to the right-hand side, and go up these stairs, and round this bit. So this is a different bit. This is the second section. We will be going down those stairs later, but don't do it now. You can kill these now if you want. We will, like I said, we'll be coming back down these stairs for some items later, so killing them now or later, it's up to you. You can run past them, but it will hurt if they get you and clip you. There's also like 8 blood vials there, so worth maybe killing them for. They're easy enough. You're not on a timer or anything, so don't worry about that. So once you get to the top, this is where things get a little more complicated because there are a couple of routes he can do. So go through here, you can see him just at the top of the stairs. He will go to the left for me. Sometimes he goes down upstairs. If that is the case, so he's done it the easy way for me this time. So he'll go through here and into the caged area, and that's the next fight, but you can't actually follow him. Sometimes he'll go straight up the stairs. If he does that, follow him, and he'll go through a mirror. Either way, you'll need to come this way. So this is the stairs he would go up. So you just need to backtrack the opposite way and drop down. So he'll go through that mirror, and you'd have to go back downstairs and chase him into the room by doing that drop down that we did initially at the start. It may seem very complex, but it's actually not that big, this area. So yeah, maybe just rewind the video and just follow the path back if you get a little bit lost. But yeah, it's not as bad as it looks. And then essentially you want to drop down on him from here. Now this is when he can do the dangerous attack. So what you want to do is stay on him. He is also going to do these horrible little punch moves, which are weird, because you're expecting the Augur of Abritus, which is the move with the tentacles. That's one you definitely don't want to get hit by, because that can one-shot you if you're not careful as well. And the punches, his tracking is obviously a bit better with the punches, so that's why he's hitting me, because I'm not ready. I'm waiting for that. That was close. If my hit hadn't have landed then, probably would have died. But yeah, you want to stick on him. He's not actually going to do the AoE kind of attack. But as long as you stick close to him, it should force him to just carry on doing Abritus and the punches, and you'll be fine. If he does the AoE attack, he sort of releases the stars up into the sky, and they come raining down on you. The same attack that the NPC did in the Bergenworth place, that sort of rain down of magic, he'll do that. There's no way to reliably dodge it. So you'll just have to dodge around and hope it doesn't one-shot you, unfortunately. If he starts chaining it, then you've got a real problem. But stay close as you can to him, and it should force him to just keep doing the Augur of Abritus and his little punches, which don't really hurt. And then once you've done that, it's game over. Obviously, you get the trophy. You get his weird cage head. So there are the stairs. We're going to instead go downstairs to the right. So leave the room, go to the right. You're going to get the iron door key, which we kind of don't need because we need to go another way to the place. It's to get the blood rock and to get to the brain of Mensis once you've dropped it down. But we'll be going another way because we're getting something on the way down there. So just ignore that really. Pick it up anyway. I'll show you what the key does. Yeah, so it seems a bit of a maze, but that's the room where I dropped down on him. And then if you go up these stairs and go to the left, and then those are the stairs from the start. And then you go back down to these curved stairs that we were on. Spiral staircase. And at the bottom, there's a few things to grab. So first of all, so this is where the first area was, off to the left-hand side. And then we joined the stairs and went up. This time we're going down all the way to the bottom. So yeah, don't worry with the boss fight. It's not as complex as it looks. And you've got plenty of time to run around and try and catch him, trap him. It's really not that bad. So yeah, kill that beast. You should get 3 chunks from that one. Yeah, there's going to be these little guys which are more annoying at this point. I missed. One of the few times the Charge R2 misses. Doesn't miss that time though. Sedatives, again, grab these. We will be using those shortly. Yeah, Frenzy. Does not go well on the bridge. You'll know what I mean shortly. Yes, there's a big one here, so watch out for the... Yeah. Watch out for the one with the crossbow behind him. Or her. And try not to die, because you should have a lot of blood echoes at this point. There we go. Once they're knocked over, it's game over. I have more trouble with this little guy, if I remember. I just don't get the timing right at all on the jumps, and then I jump through him or something. Oh no, the wall, of course. Long weapon, short corridors. Doesn't really go well, but you get the idea. Moon Rune. So that's what we were getting down here. That was a 20% Moon Rune, so 20% more blood echoes from enemies when you've got that. We will actually be getting the better one, 30%, very shortly anyway. Again, they do stack. I know those ones do stack, so you can get a good percentage of blood echoes if you got them all on. If that's your thing, you want to do that. Now we're going all the way back up to where we originally came up. This is the second area with Micolash. So he was at the top of these stairs. He went left. Sometimes he'll run up these stairs and go through the mirror on the left. If that happens, you go back downstairs and then go to the right and then drop down on him that way. And then you can follow the normal path to come back up here and then drop down on him. Whew. Right, lamp here. Tick that off, and then we're going to go back and cash in the blood echoes we have. Quite a few. Also switch some runes around as well. So yeah, always keep an eye on these things. Just check repairs, blood gems, all that. It all helps. So yeah, again, blue numbers is probably where you start. If it's red, it's worse than the one you've got, obviously. But I'm sure you know that already. Yep, nothing good. Probably should have changed the moon rune, but never mind. Oh no, I've switched it for Frenzy, haven't I? Correct, that's why I've not done it. Yep, normal ones. I think we're actually close. Do I bother? No, probably won't do. Just go carry on. So top gravestone again, and then we're going to be in the middle loft this time. Now we're going to go in a secret area and get the living string and the blood rock. which is going to allow us to get a +10 weapon. In the meantime, we've got some more horrible beasts and bloodstone chunks. And that's the bridge we're going to be crossing shortly. Oh, it's a nightmare bridge, alright. 3 of those brain things with the frenzy. Winter's Dream? Winter's Lantern, should I say. Right, so this, you can see this is actually a broken lift. This jump, yeah, line it up this way. Wait till you're directly in line here and then jump across. Roll across, should I say. Do not go too early. You can hit the wall and you'll just fall. It's annoying. So kind of have it on a kind of 90 degree almost. Or straight ahead, however you want to think of it. Not from above. There's another ritual item. We don't need that. I don't think we do need that one. But pick it up anyway. All items. So yeah, this is why we've got Frenzy on. Panicked a bit here. Trying to get it out in the open because I don't want to clank. But that does not go well at all. So you're going to see that I can kill it fairly quickly. But I can use the sedative. So this is where you want to have... That was timed very poorly. This is when you want to have sedatives. I actually burn through these. Usually I can get across here without even getting frenzied once with the +200, because you can quickly just go run, kill the lantern, and before the build up actually gets too high, it'll start wearing off again. But all 3 of them I have to use sedatives because I completely mess it up because I'm recording, of course. So in these sort of corners around here, in these petrified sort of people, look out for items. There's a bunch of them hiding, and the lanterns can drop some pretty good gems as well, so watch out for those. Come on. Not having it. I think this one messes up again as well. Yeah, I'm taking too long to kill them. So yeah, that's not good. I knew it was going to happen as well while I was charging it. So yeah, again, I messed up. Making it look professional here. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that grab. Yeah, these... Weirdly, these not doll, that's what I'm trying to explain. These lanterns are the doll from the Nightmare Dream, apparently. They're very, very similar in look. If you look at the clothing, they are... You can just kind of make it out. They are the doll. If you see the way she stood as well, it's the doll from the Hunter's Dream. There we go. Once you've killed all 3, you are clear. And yeah, sedatives, that's why we needed them. But I ended up using 5 in the end, which is pretty ridiculous. Should maximum only use 3. There's only 3 of them there. But yeah, that wasn't good. That item will be there for you, the tempering one. This item won't. That was a drop, a random drop. Cursed striking one. I don't think I've had that one before. And then in here we've got lots of little patches. Yeah, they literally are. They've got faces. That's terrifying. So yeah, again, spiders, don't bunch them all together. Try and take them out one at a time. Get the retention. Yeah, you don't want loads of these on top of you. And then we're nearly there. We're going to get the Choir Bell Hunter tool. That is going to be the last Hunter tool that we get. We will, well, you should get the Hunter's Craft trophy. Yeah. If you're having any problems, feel free to leave comments. I'll try and help you out where I can. If you don't get any sort of trophies or anything, by the way, just leave a comment and I'll help out where I can. Try and point you in the right direction. Yeah, the Choir Bell is an arcane healing tool. So if you have a high enough arcane, which we don't, it allows you to, you can bring it and heal. And it heals up party members as well, co-op members. And I think it might do ailments as well. Things like poison, remove that. I'm not sure, I've not actually used it, just memory. So this lever is important. We're actually going to take down to, again, a little nod to Demon Souls here. We're going to drop this thing down and we can now go and kill it. That's the eye, that's the thing that's been causing the frenzy in the tower. We need to go and kill that thing now. So once you drop down this hole, be careful and quick at the same time. You need to run across these rafters and kill this thing before it kills you. So yeah, watch you don't fall down, obviously, because it's going to hurt. And yeah, kill it. And then in this chest, we have the Choir Bell, the final Hunter tool. So you should get Hunter's Craft trophy at this point. Again, if you don't, leave a comment and I'll help you out. Point you in the right direction. And that's it for this bit. We can kind of leave now and go towards and get the Blood Rock and go and kill that thing we've just dropped down, which is going to give us the living string. Yeah, don't worry about this bridge. It looks like it's dangerous, but there's nothing here, so you'll be fine. You can run straight across it. Plenty of items to pick up. Madman's Knowledge, Great One's Wisdom. There's a couple of gems here as well. So go along, pick them all up. This is where the key is going to come in. You can use that in a door in a minute. It will actually take you back to Micolash's place. You can come either or way, but we picked a few other items up along the way. The ritual materials and things, so it's just as well we went that way. But yeah, if you open this up, this is where we use the iron door key, or iron door key, yeah. Yeah, and you'll recognise we're kind of somewhere in Micolash's arena, but we need to go back this way, so we're not actually going to go that anyway, and go and get the Blood Rock so we can finally get a +10. So we'll go back across the bridge. I'm just going to check this corner. I didn't think there was anything, and there wasn't, so it's fine. Now we need to go and drop down, but make sure you don't drop down the big pit. You just want to do kind of a half drop. The other pit will kill you, so you can see there's a big hole in the middle. Don't drop down there. You want to drop down to the side and go and get the Blood Rock. This used to be the only Blood Rock in the game, but they did patch in the other one that we can purchase, and I will purchase later on. So yeah, that was usually that's the only one in the game. It's the only one you can find out in the world anyway. Now we're back on the bridge where the Hunter NPC was. So we've come full circle, and now we need to go back downstairs where all these little guys were, and then the big one, and we need to go take a lift down, and we need to finally go and kill that Brain of Mensis. So that's where the shortcut is that we opened up to the side of me here. I'm going to be killing all these little things again because I don't want them to follow me. So we'll do that quickly. Probably could have left these ones. These ones definitely weren't following, but oh well. Let's just call it collateral, I suppose. That's why I love this axe. Big old blunt stupid weapon, but it's so good, so satisfying. That's not good though. Stop pushing me around. Although you, well, within your right, I suppose. Waving the thing around, I don't even know what I'm doing with it anymore. Yeah, so we've got one more fight, boss fight coming up. There's a very short area just between what we know here and the next boss fight. It has some very high level enemies in the fact that they give off a lot of blood echoes. They're kind of the final enemies of the game. It's the last area of the game, so a lot of blood echoes. It's a good place to farm before going into the Chalice dungeons if you need them for anything. The Chalice dungeons are sort of in order. The good ones aren't until later, so the one we're going into in the next video, the first Chalice dungeon, you'll be able to breeze through it because you'll be overpowered for it. But the later ones are a lot more difficult and you will not be overpowered for it. So once you killed all these, get in this lift and take it all the way down. It's dark as hell down here, so get a torch out. You can just make out in the distance, you can just see it splatted on the floor. There is the Brain of Mensis, so walk directly towards it. You can see it there. Looks terrified in those eyes. It does not know what's going on. And what we're going to do here actually is get a rune first. So we got the make contact gesture. So set that off, use the make contact gesture, and then after about a minute, so leave it, do not touch your controller. I fast forwarded here. It's definitely about a minute, a good minute or so. You'll change directions with your arms automatically. Once that happens, you'll get the best moon rune in the game, or one of the best. I think there might be a better one in one of the Chalice dungeons. That's going to give you plus 30% on your blood echoes, and then at that point, kill this thing again. Takes a while, so I'm going to skip ahead here. You can see how little damage it's taking. But yeah, it's going to take a while, and then eventually once you do kill it, you're going to get the living string, which is a one-off item and is needed for the final Chalice dungeon, the ritual there. So it's very rare, and we need it. So that's the whole reason we just did that. Whew. Right, on to the final area, so to speak, of the game. And yeah, we're just going to run back the normal way. I'm going to quickly go to Hunter's Dream. I'm going to make the weapon plus 10. You can see there we're going to get the Weapon Master Trophy next. And then we're going to go do that final area, the final kind of, not boss of the game, because there are 2 bosses for the endings, but the final open world boss before the ending of the game, and then it's on to Chalice dungeons. So I'm going to go back this way and use this lift to get all the way back down to that lamp. Again, the brain is gone now, so if you want to run down, take those Yeti giant rock throw things on directly ahead of me. There is a rune down there. It's not one we need. We already have a better one. I completely forgotten which one it was. I could look it up, but I'm recording right now. But yeah, trust me, you don't need it. But if you want to, it's there. It's behind one of the rocks. So yep, fortify. We're going to get the plus 10 Hunter's Axe. Obviously, if you're not using Hunter's Axe, plus 10 whichever weapon you're using. And then we're going to go plus 9, so we've got that up there as well. And I'll probably leave that at plus 9, to be honest. And then I'm going to mess around with my gems again. I think I do have a better one that I can put on. There we go. So we've got the decent boost of rally potential there as well. So I'm doing lots of damage with that axe now. As you can see, it does do blunt damage as well. You'd think it wouldn't, but it does. Mainly because you're just kind of swinging it around. Yeah. So we're going to switch the runes as well. So Communion, and then we don't need Deep Sea anymore. There's no more Frenzy. So maybe stick Moon on, the top Moon one. This is plus 30 if you have that. Eye, not really needed. We'll definitely be putting it on in the Chalice dungeons though. So maybe, yeah, this is the point where I put the stamina one on. So I'm messing around a bit here, but yeah, I'm just deciding. I'll go with Anti-Clockwise, the best one that we have. So that's plus 15 on the stamina, which can come in helpful. That's for sure. Get rid of these blood echoes. We will be getting a lot from the area we're going to. It's very short, the area we're doing now, but you'll actually get a lot if you go and kill all the enemies. You can skip quite a few of them. So put a couple more in, and then we'll go back to the middle loft. So we've already been to this lamp before. This is where the stairs are, and then we went and took that lift, the broken lift down. But this time we're going to go the opposite way and kill some Shadow of Yharnam. That's essentially what the enemies are in this area, plus some pigs. So this is you remember the boss, the Shadow of Yharnam boss? That's essentially what these are. Very easy to kill. One charge R2 will kill them, or just a flurry of R1s will do it as well. I don't know what happened there. There was kind of a delay. I think I ran out of stamina. I wasn't sure. I wasn't watching. There's one above here, so keep running to go past him. He's got Pyromancy, so watch out for that. He's got the Tonitrus as well. Yeah, easy to kill. So these aren't actually the ones, so it's 3,000 to kill for those, but there's actually some pigs up to the top in a minute. They're like 13,000 to kill, so very good to farm for all sorts. The blood echoes and vials and things as well. So if you do need them, put the runes on, the moon runes on, come up here, get a bunch of echoes off these guys. This is a weird thing. I've not edited this at all, but watch this kind of... I don't know what happens here. What the hell was that? I do not know. Anyway, so it got pushed back. I think the noise for the backstab was there, but it didn't happen and the pig turned around instantly. I'm not quite sure what happened. So you can see there's a lot of blood echoes from there. 2 more pigs down there, but there is a shortcut round, so you don't have to actually take the pigs on, although I will be going killing them anyway because it's a lot of blood echoes. I'm just going to come down here and show you there's Scurrying Beast, so lots of rocks down here. Nope, not rocks at all. Chunks is what I meant to say. Plenty of chunks down here. Couple more of the Shadow of Yharnam as well. And there's a group of 4 at the end. Don't worry, a group of 4 is not too bad, especially if you can get them with a charge attack. You'll wipe them all out in one go. Chances are you won't though. So yeah, Pyromancer, which is annoying. There is another one behind me as well, so I'm trying to kill this one quickly. There's a Katana behind. And that will be his downfall. So yeah, these guys are good for vials, they're good for echoes, blood echoes. There's some more chunks. So it's a decent place to run around and get some leveling done if you really feel like you need to. And it's nice and short as well. So here's the group of 4, obviously. One of them, of course, is a Pyromancer just to make things more awkward. 2 down. 3 down, just 1 to go. Yeah, easy enough. Just put a wall between you and this one and you'll be fine. There we go. So just the 2 pigs. So normally what you could do now, because this was a shortcut, is just go to the left and carry on to the boss. But there's a couple of pigs here, plus some kin Coldblood. There's a lot of blood echoes worth of stuff here. So yeah, they do charge. Of course, these pigs do charge. So just straight to the other side. Let them charge past you. And then get them with the old charge attack. And watch out for that as well. I was hoping for the slam, but it doesn't do it. So we'll just have to go for that instead. There, it's just about to do it. I wasn't ready. What do we get from one of those? 12, yeah, so just over 12,000. So, yeah, definitely worth putting the Moon Rune on if you want to go and get some blood echoes. King Coldblood, a couple of those. Also good for a number of blood echoes. Yeah, not so clever now, are you? Although I think it throws up on me, or whatever that is. Head slam. That's an opening. I think it just buffs itself. If it does that, I think it buffs itself. So that can definitely one-shot you if that's the case. And then grab that. Nourishing damp gem. So we've come full circle. That's where that first pig was stood, on the corner there. So I've come all the way full circle, so it's up to you which way you go, obviously. If you want to get everything, you'll be going both ways anyway. And then that's it. That's this area done. So very, very quick. I'm not sure how many blood echoes I had when I started this little bit, but now I've got 76,000 almost. So yeah, not a bad run. Probably about 50,000 or so. Here's Queen Yharnam. She is the reason we're going into the Chalice Dungeons, to kill her. Why can't we just do it now? It'd save us so much messing around. Yeah, it's a boss fight with her later on. This I can't carry anymore. I still have that original Iosefka's blood vial from right at the beginning of the game. I don't use them. So if you're seeing that, it's because you have it as well. You can only carry 1 at a time. But yeah, there's 1 in that chest. And then use this shortcut. It's going to bring you back down to where you started. And then we can go and do the final boss, which is Mergo's, well, not final, but final boss for the open areas, Mergo's Wet Nurse. Easy enough, really is easy enough. This fight looks very imposing when you first do it, because there's knives and swords all over the place, but it's really not that bad if you stay behind it and just kind of learn its patterns. It's quite slow, even though it looks like it's fast. There is an AoE attack it will do. It doesn't do it to me because I'm able to stop it, so I will show you how to stop it. But yeah, if it does it, I'll explain when it's at the time when we're sort of doing it. Yeah, it's not too bad, don't worry if it happens. It doesn't do damage instantly, it just puts a massive fog around the arena and restricts your viewing. So this is it. It's kind of a weird ghost thing. So lots of baby stuff going on. Yeah, that's a lot of swords. Yeah, it's weak to bolt, so if you have bolt paper, use that. And then just kind of watch for what it does. This is the best attack you can do. If it does that, get behind it and hit it. Then it obviously does a lot of swipes. It has a lot of different variations. So it has that one. That's quite a good one as well, because there's a big opening afterwards. You can run straight into it for a couple of hits. Here's the flurry again. If it does hit you with the flurry, don't worry as you're going round, because obviously you'll get your health back on the rally. There's the big open-handed one. That's good for a couple. Again, so run in, get a couple on it. And then it's going to do that one. If it does that one, that's good for a couple as well. Just stay out of the way. Here's the charge. If it does that, R2 it, break the AoE attack. If it does happen, if it does go through, there'll be a fog on the whole arena, and it will have sort of more long-ranged attacks, and it'll be able to extend its arms. Think Freddy Krueger, the way it extends his arms out like that, and there'll be a second one, which is a dummy one, that will come after you as well. If you can just hit that once, it'll go away. So yeah, eventually the fog will dissipate again after about a minute, so don't worry, it'll go back to normal. There she has that kind of disappearing whatever. It's not really an attack, is it? Just a thing that it does. It reappears on the opposite side. It's not much of a problem. And then yeah, just take your time with it. Watch for what it's doing. Look for the little opening. Back away. Run back in. Get that one hit with the vault paper on. And yeah, just get ready in case it tries to do that charge attack again. You'll see it looks quite noticeable. Just run in and make sure you do the charge R2 to stop that. There's the flurry. So you dodge round it. On the other side probably is better. I couldn't quite get behind it this time. But yeah, you usually can get behind it, just walk behind it, hitting it. Like so. And it can do nothing to you at all when it's behind. So yeah, it's going to do the disappearing. Completely missed that. Cancel the charge. That one's going to hurt, but it leaves a massive window to come and get it. And as long as you don't completely miss like that. Yeah, bolt paper's run out. We'll just do it the normal way. And done. Very, very simple. Very easy fight for the end, really. Well, it's not the end. It's not the boss, last boss. It's not that. So don't think that you've done, because it's not. Yeah, so this can there's a bit of a delay from when you kill it to when the trophy and everything will pop. So don't worry, that's normal. You should hear the baby crying as well. You'll get the trophy, and you'll get the third, depending where you're up to, third umbilical cord. So that's Nightmare. There you go. So we're ready for the ending now. We have all three. So the ending is going to happen now. Or the end of the game, should I say. So don't worry. No, that's bad terminal. The ending is not going to happen right now, but we are at the end of the game. So now, this is what I mean. The place is on fire. Gehrman is gone. Do not go in the garden at the back, because you'll start the end game stuff. But he's gone, and the end game has sort of started. So before that, we'll go back to Cathedral Ward. We'll see that Arianna has now gone. This actually happens after Micolash, but we've just saved it until now. If you go down into the sewers, so you remember the woman who was there that gives you the blood vial, the other blood vial. She's now gone. And you can find her down here. You'll get a bit of insight for seeing this, but that's her little terror baby. Things haven't gone so well for her. Unfortunately, we need to kill it. I've not found a way to actually hit it without hitting her. I need to usually do a slam as well. I usually do this single-handedly. And yeah, and hit it. There we go. But yeah, what we want to do is kill the baby. You'll get the fourth umbilical cord that we have got. And unfortunately, she died as well. But it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm sure she probably doesn't want to live anyway. That's my excuse. Yeah, that's terrible. Sorry. Yeah, it's don't worry. If she dies, it's fine. If you can kill her without, more the better, I suppose. You can see we've got a lot of blood echoes there as well. But then, yeah, we're definitely set up for the end of the game now. All four umbilical cords. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do now. We've got 7 chalice dungeons to hit. Well, 6.5. I will definitely show you the most direct path through them. We're not going to do all the extra stuff. I will let you know where the extra stuff is. But it's a pain in the arse as it is. We don't want to be doing extra stuff. But obviously that's up to you. This isn't the third time you're doing it. Yeah, so I'm just checking the gems again. Check for blue. And make everything better. See there at the bottom there, purchase 1 blood rock. This is optional, it's up to you. I have 70 insight. If you have a similar amount, then I would probably recommend doing it anyway. Your resistances to certain poisons and things goes up the less insight you have, so it's just good to have it low anyway. So yeah, grab a blood rock. It allows you to +10 a second weapon if you like. Again, you can wait until the DLC, but that's up to you. You can also buy a living string now as well, you may have seen. That's because we have the other one. That one is not always there. Same with blood rock, it's not always there, just because we have the other one. So yeah, I don't think there's another way around because there isn't. Yeah, I'm going to do the normal upgrades. And then it's on to Chalice Dungeons in the first video. I'll show you where all the stuff is that we need. We can actually buy the stuff for the first one if we need to. So, thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.